Kevin.
Yes, mate.
What do you have for us today?
Well, guys, today we have a new show. Yeah, right here on the Sports Edge. We're going to do What's Was. And the take is, well, we're going to compare certain scenarios in the footballing world that have happened. Yeah, generally that have happened. Yeah. So today, guys, we're going to do something very interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to see now Karius's disaster class.
Yeah.
I
guess
the Champions League one.
Yeah,
yes,
Champions
League, yes. And we're going to compare that to the slip of Steven Gerrard.
Oh man.
Between the two, what would you guys pick? What's your take, bro?
Well, the truth is,
I'm going with Gerrard. I won't choose first. Gerrard's slip is worse. It's worse. Okay. It's worse. I don't know. Should I start explaining?
Yeah.
This man should first pick. I won't give him stats.
Right,
Okay, the whole point is the career slip, it's a one-day thing. Of course not one day. You play Champions League for a long time. But with Gerrard, these are 38 games.
Yeah.
You know, a team has put in the effort, that time. And why it's worse for me is Liverpool hadn't won the league.
Yeah.
In that time, it was 20-something years. Of course, it was after 30 years when they finally won, but it was 20-something years, and they had not got this close before.
Yeah.
You know, and what makes it funnier was the pep talk that he was having with the team.
Yes.
Just before they go, guys, no mistakes, what.
Yeah.
And then the ball comes and the brother slips, man. I have to go Gerrard without a
You know the funny thing about that Gerrard slip is,
yeah.
like, I know it was Gerrard and the slip and everything, but these guys went on to continue dropping points. Even they could not salvage.
That's actually true.
They remain. I think they were 3-0 up against Crystal Palace.
It was Palace. Yes.
And that guy who even recently retired, what's his name? Dwight Gale. What was that guy's name?
Was he still playing? Gale.
He was still playing.
He was the guy who scored like 2 goals in that 3-3 to for them to come back.
Yeah.
And then Suarez was crying at the end of the match. I was like, you guys were 3-0 up. I mean, even of the points you could salvage, you were still dropping points even after that slip. And that slip happened like 14 minutes into the match, I think.
Yeah, there was still a chance for them.
I'm not sure it was 14 minutes, but it was definitely still first half. They still had a whole half, a whole half to at least get a 1-1. And I feel like, man, okay, the fact that it was Gerrard,
the captain,
everything was, blown out.
It was like a domino. It was like
it could have happened to anyone else, but the fact that it was Gerrard, that thing was blown way out of proportion. And the fact that they even continued to drop points even after, really, man. They just pointed all the way to Gerrard. Yet they had so much time to recover. They had so much time to recover, by the way, but because this one thing led to all these other things now, they had to shine it on.
Are you saying it's worse? Are you saying it's worse?
I mean, it was once, like what I'm saying is that he slipped, and they had so many opportunities to come back. They had so many opportunities to come back. But now the Karius thing.
Yeah, Karius.
The guy was literally working against them. Like, these guys were still in the game. Yeah. These guys were still in the game. Then I think the Bell thing.
The Bell,
you can't fault him.
No, but there was also the second
Bell. But the second Bell thing also.
Yeah.
And like, you can't even give your team a chance to get it to 2-1. Yeah. Like, he really worked against his team, and you could see that, man. I don't think we ever saw him again
really come back.
No, I think he had like a loan and Newcastle didn't even work. And you see how that thing just killed him. It just killed him from then on, man.
No, but you can't underrate the momentum you get. Like, this is your captain. You can't underrate that can cause that to a team. You know, when Liverpool had that record of never losing at Anfield, the game they lost, I think it was 2-1 against still Palace. I think it was Palace. They went on to lose like the next 4 at Anfield. But all the players were there. The team was there. There was no even problem.
Yeah.
But you know, when that momentum is hit like that, a team can't recover. And also, at that point, this is a team that was not used to winning.
Yeah.
True. Do you understand? Among the players who are in the AC Milan final of 05, Gerrard is the only one.
Yeah.
He's the only one who is telling them how to win, when to win, in which way to win. No one else knows how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, that sleep was like, of course, it's, as you've said, the opportunities, but in that moment, you know, you take that game, you take charge of that, you know. That was the whole point. We're now in charge of our race. So for me, that's why I think it was just a little bit worse. Because with the Champions League, as much as it was still a long time, they had won it before. And they will always look like there was another chance for them to win it. Okay. You know, minus Karius, you know, being Karius. But with the sleep, you know, after all that time, all those years, the pressure hitting, and man, it just looked so fake.
I mean,
why I think,
but I think at least for Gerrard, for him, like he had won his Champions League, he had captained Liverpool, like he had already had a stellar career, and then this one thing happened at the end. But Karius that guy was never going to have an opportunity to win the Champions League again. And then he fumbled twice. I mean, he really gave his. Didn't Liverpool get one in that?
It was 3-1.
It was 3-1. Because they equalized. Right?
It was 1-1.
It was 1-1 at a point.
I think it was Mane.
Yes. You see, so his team was actually still in it, but still, man. Okay, there was the Bell thing, everything. Then also after the Bell thing, he fumbled again to Bell again. I'm just like, man, it was very sad for Karius, man. For me, I would say, man. Unless Gerrard, he had his stellar career, man.
Gerrard had not won.
But he had not won the Premier League.
And he has not won it. He did not win it.
He never won.
You know, when they beat Gerrard with Lampard and Scholes, that's what we always say.
Yeah.
He did not win.
He didn't win anything. Okay, minus the Champions League.
Scholes has a Champions League. He has Premier Leagues. Lampard has a Champions League. He has Premier Leagues. So it doesn't work out. You know, everyone can tell you how, and he was an awesome player, but
but at least at the end of the day, like Gerrard is still considered a legend.
Of course.
Okay, Karius was given an opportunity to do it. And it's so unfortunate that happened. And we never even saw him again.
Actually,
he never even got another chance to do it again.
That's
and he will never.
That's why
see. And the players he left there went on to even win it without him.
Exactly.
I mean, think of Karius, man. I think Karius. I just think as bad as
who was starting? Who was starting in the goal at that time? Was it Becker? Was he injured? Or Karius? Karius was not starting.
They signed Alisson at that point.
Was it Mignolet?
You get
because I know Karius, that was like supposed to be his game. He started the game, but he was not starting. But no, Kevin, you were saying.
I was saying to your point. I still feel losing at the Champions League in that manner. Being the goalkeeper of your team is much worse. Because, like you said, Liverpool did have chances to recoup their season. You know, had a couple of games in to try and but if you're
and after all, Gerrard had already won at least something and a bigger trophy for Liverpool. He had won a bigger trophy. Champions League is bigger than Premier League.
But if your last line of defense is working against you that way,
but
how are you going to survive?
At the end of it, Gerrard will still be a legend. Regardless,
exactly.
He'll still be a legend. But Karius will never see that. He will never even have an opportunity to.
Okay, I can accept that. If you say Karius, your thought goes directly to that day.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. If you say Gerrard, I may not think of it immediately.
Exactly.
Because he led the comeback. They were 3-0 down. Right? They were 3-0 down. But at the end of that day, for me, for that time, they had not won. In that time, because if we look at it in that time that it happened, it was just such a demoralizing thing for that team.
For sure.
There was no way they could continue. And that's why it makes it worse, because they didn't even take up those opportunities. Those so-called so many opportunities to bring it back, they weren't able to recover from them.
They didn't even recover from
them. Because at the end of that day, your captain, if you just show the video, they should just show the video when he was in the handle.
I mean, it was such a heartbreaking moment for him, but man, I feel like
Karius disaster.
Karius was too much of a disaster class. That Gerrard thing can literally happen to everyone, anyone on that team.
It could even be a mistake of the turf, of the pitch, of weather conditions. It's a slip, so anyone can slip. What Karius did in the goal, guys, come on.
The Karius thing was just.
For me, it might take now.
Everyone will tell us in the comments. which was worse.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
going with
I
the
think,
Gerrard
yeah.
at all times.
I think, but Karius just had a very,
It was
a
so
once in a
unfortunate.
lifetime opportunity that will never come back. Okay, I know so. Gerrard thing kind of the same, but at least Gerrard.
And he never won.
If there was anyone going to sleep on that team, at least let it be Gerrard, a guy who had already won like for them a Champions League and whatnot. But like for Karius, man,
Karius, it was so bad.
it was so bad that they even had to. When they voted him, that's when they won.
Yeah,
the thing.
but it's so hurtful that also Gerrard did not win.
Yeah,
the Premier League in his time. That's one of like the this is put with the best of the best
greats,
midfielders to ever play in the league. Lampard, Scholes, when they say those names, those are trophies. You just see them from your eyes. You saw, I think it was Harry Redknapp when they're showing how he's talking about Lampard at that young age and how good he'll be.
Yeah.
It's also, it's also sad. It's very sad.
Yeah.
And he didn't win, and once he left, they won.
Yeah.
And they've won twice.
And
now.
they've won twice.
Indeed.
Anyway, this is like a rock and a hard place
This is
kind
so
of situation.
interesting.
But if anyway, just to conclude, I think I'll just go with Karius.
Gerrard.
Let's go with Karius.
Gerrard.
Yeah, the Karius
Karius,
slip. Yeah.
Karius, nah, you can't fumble like that.
Yeah, but guys will tell us in the comments. Man, I would like to know actually. I really want to know what's worse, the Karius disaster class or the Gerrard slip. Man, let us know in the comments. We'd like to know.
Definitely, guys. Sports Edge out.